Hey, it's Sam, welcome back, or welcome to my YouTube channel. Either way, it's good to see you here for another video. So today we are going to be reading 3 Reddit posts of Am I the A-hole? But for the purpose of this YouTube video, we are going to use the word drama instead of a-hole as it is more YouTube friendly. So we're going to read the 3 posts and decide together whether we think they're the drama or we think they're not the drama, or undecided, as there's like not enough info, or like everybody's got some part to play in the drama, everyone's got some part to play in not the drama, you know, all that jazz. But today we are going to be reading posts that are sibling editions, which I find quite interesting because I have a brother. Siblings can be annoying. Sorry, Timothy, if you're watching. Love you. But he's still annoying, whatever. The first one we're going to read is, am I the drama for cutting my brother out of my life for scary comments he made about women? I, 29 female, have a brother, 30 male, who is an ex-con. Bro has been out of prison for a couple of years with a good job, a good house, and now a wife. I was proud that he set his violent tendencies aside and strived to be a better man, and I often told him I was proud. So, I'm just going to stop reading that just for one moment. So he's been in prison. So the brother's been in prison. He's changed. He's got a job now. He's got a house. Has a wife. Yada yada yada. We have a rocky relationship as he has been incredibly abusive to me in the past when we were kids/teens, mostly verbally but sometimes physically. He apologised profusely for that behaviour since his release, and hasn't told me the graphic ways I should off myself, and hasn't laid hands on me since then. In fact, he's been quite loving and kind since his release. He often calls me to vent about problems bothering him, and I offer whatever advice I can, if I have any. He called me recently, freaked out that he potentially got a woman who wasn't his wife pregnant. The drama. The drama, guys. The drama. Interesting. Juicy. Spill that tea. He went off on a tirade about how all women are all S's and W's who deserves to have a certain kind of violence against them, and the only reason why women aren't currently enslaved is because of men. So we should be thankful and fulfill our roles and shut up. And how the world went to who? When women got the right to vote, and how they shouldn't be in any position of power or make any important decisions, but rather defer to women. I knew he thought men superior to women because we grew up in a very toxic religion that taught him that, but I didn't think he viewed women through such a hate-filled lens and wished the worst type of violence upon them. Wow, he sounds horrible. Like, that's just absolutely disgusting. You can't say that about women. He has a sister. That is vile. Wrong. It goes on to say, venom he had in his voice when he said women without protectors or who shouldn't their protectors deserve that kind of violence was shocking. I'd never heard so much hate in a voice before. I never thought he'd hurt me or hurt someone else like that, but now for the first time in my life I'm actually scared of him. So I blocked him, his wife, and all his girlfriends everywhere that can reach out to me. He tried apologising and saying he was just trying to vent. I don't believe him. I heard the conviction in his voice. Could I be wrong though? Is it wrong to cut someone out of your life over one conversation? To be honest, I think you're doing yourself a favour by blocking him and getting rid of him. Because he said that now. He clearly looks at women like that. He's been verbally violent and physically sometimes towards you in the past. It could get worse from there. The top comment says, girl, get away from him. Especially if you have kids, he is legit dangerous. Please tell your sister-in-law. She deserves to know, but be prepared for her to take her husband's side and accuse you of lying. They've replied, and they said, I actually did tell her, and she said she already knew, and that they had an open relationship because she wasn't able to fulfill all his needs like her wife should. She placed blame on the pregnant woman, and he told me of their plans to try and discredit PW as a mum, pregnant woman as a mum, so that they would gain custody of the child eventually, and that if pregnant woman reached out to me, I am not to believe anything she says. I was very worried for pregnant woman, as my brother had also made comments like, no woman deserves to carry my blood, and it'll be a cold day in hell before I am the kind of father that only sees his kids on the weekends. I tried to warn pregnant woman to not be alone with brother, but she said that she would marry him and he would leave his wife for her because at least she could get pregnant. She's delusional and endangering the kid she already has by allowing someone who has threatened her to be around her and her children. I don't know why they all brought me into this. It felt like every one of them was scrambling to get in front of each other to tell me their version of the story. Each version was messed up. There wasn't a version that made any one of them not look psychotic. I blocked them all, but I do feel bad about it. I've forgiven so much, and it feels like maybe I'm throwing a tantrum, like making it a bigger deal. He says he can't lose me, that I'm his rock. I just can't get over how you can talk like that about anyone, but especially to a woman. He says he didn't mean me when he was wishing violence upon all women, but I just can't get those words out of my head. Yeah, you're not the drama. The brother's the drama in this situation, because you can't talk about women like that. That's absolutely disgusting. And especially he was talking to his sister like that. Like, that's just vile. What a vile creature. I'm going to say, in this scenario, OP is not the drama. So the next one is, am I the drama for not letting my boyfriend's brother hold our baby? I don't know. So, I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years now, and I absolutely love his family. None of them have contact with their parents because of a rough childhood, and his older brother brought up all of the boys when he was just a kid himself. They've all somehow managed to stay sweet, kind, and generous through everything, and I'm blessed to be part of their family. We never fight. Okay, so it does sound like it's a nice family, so yes, you probably... Oh, I don't know. My boyfriend and I recently had our first child, now 2 months old, and we invited his brother and his brother's partner over to meet the bub. However, the moment they arrived in the house, his brother had tripped over a paver, bumped his hip on the door coming inside, and kicked his shin on our coffee table. Usually we would laugh off his injuries because we've always known him to be a klutz. But when he asked to hold the baby, I was immediately worried. It's not that I don't want him to have that bond with the baby, I just don't want him to drop her or fall with her. And I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I'm a very clumsy person, but if I'm holding a child, I will be extremely, extremely careful, because I know that if I trip or fall, I'm not just injuring myself, I'm injuring a child, and you can't. But yeah, I'm a very clumsy person. Or just sit on the sofa and hold the baby, then that way you ain't gonna trip, fall, or anything. You're already sat down. You can have the baby, and as the baby gets older, when the baby starts to walk, then you can have more of a bond if she's really worried about, because the boyfriend's brother is clumsy. I let his partner hold the baby and let him play with her while his partner had her, but he wasn't allowed to nurse. He didn't say anything, but when his brother left, my boyfriend completely lost it at me. saying about how much they've helped us and how we could have let him sit down and hold her if I was that worried, and that he was clearly hurt. He did get quite quiet, but he didn't complain. When I tried to explain my position, I didn't want her to get hurt and he could drop her. My boyfriend got really upset and said that he raised all of them just fine. No matter how clumsy, he never dropped a single one of his own kids. My boyfriend says I'm the drama and I owe him an apology. I don't feel like I do because I'm just trying to protect my child. So am I the drama for not letting my boyfriend's clumsy brother nurse RB? I'm going to say 100% you are the drama, because that's just mean. There's ways around it. Absolutely the drama. There's not really much else I can say to that, because there were ways around it. You were just being blatantly rude and not very nice to the boyfriend's brother. You're not going to have that relationship with him now because of this one incident, and if it keeps occurring, it's just going to get worse, and the boyfriend's brother might just back off and not want to see the kid because he's not allowed to hold him. He's his uncle, so yeah, just because he's clumsy. It's one thing being clumsy and one thing dropping a kid. They don't really go hand in hand. My verdict for that one is OP is the drama. Anyway, we are moving on to the third one we are going to read, and it says, am I the drama for refusing to be my sister's babysitter and putting her job at risk after she called me a deadbeat mum? By the sounds of it, absolutely not. It says, am I the drama? I feel very stuck on what to do, or if I overreacted. I, 24 female, have an older sister, 35 female. I had my sons really young at 15 and 18 with my ex-boyfriend. My sister was already out of the house when I had my youngest, so she didn't do any childcare. Not that I expected her to. Not that I expected her to. Just important for context. I'm really lucky to say that my ex has a very involved father, and we have an equal co-parenting schedule. We decided out of court for years. We do 1 month on, 1 month off. We live in the same city, so this doesn't really affect their schooling, and we've been doing it since we broke up at 18. Okay, that actually seems like they've got that figured out. Like that's some good co-parenting by the sound of it. I understand a month is a long time, but during the time they're away, I still see them by taking them to the park, doing drop-offs, movie dinner night, even sleepovers where they'll stay the night and their dad does the same, so it's not like during that month we're no contact. We also do nightly FaceTimes. I do love that it gives me time to relax and be child-free, hang out with my boyfriend and friends spontaneously, even get to go out of town if I want. I still get to live as a young adult, and so does my ex, which is why we agreed to the schedule at all. That seems so nice that you're doing it like that. Like, you still see them in the month that they're not living with you, and it probably means, what do you know, 24. So if she had a last child at, well, one will be 9, almost 10, and the other one will be 6. It's probably nice for them, especially at that young age, that they know that, oh, this month we're with dad, this month we're with mum, but they still get to see the other parent in the meantime. So that seems like a really good way of doing it. And when it's your month not having them, you can do what you like, see friends, hang out with your boyfriend, as you say, or whatever. No, I really like that. Just a good schedule. It's raised controversy if I mentioned it to other mums, because they always say they can never go away from their children for so long, and it made me feel like a bad mum because I have fun during my month off. It's why I don't really mention it often to other mums. Anyways, my older sister just welcomed her first baby last year and it was amazing. We aren't the closest because of our age gap, but it did bring us closer. Her husband and her separated a few months after his birth, and she's been doing it all alone ever since. With the job market how it is, it took her months to even land an interview, but she got the job. Sadly, childcare in our area is $2,000 a month and she can't afford it, so either the paternal grandmother or I watch him during the week. Our mum would do it, but she had to return to work last year to pay the bills she can't. Luckily for me, I had my mum to watch the boys when I was underage and when I moved out. But I don't have to worry about childcare since I WFH and my boys are in school now. Oh, I don't know what that means. I'll have to Google that. So it just sounds like situations have changed from when OP gave birth and when now the sister has given birth. I don't think she's a bad mum though, because she's equally looking after them as the father. I don't really know what else to say in that. It goes on to say, I don't mind watching my nephews. My sister goes in at 6 and gets off at 2, so it doesn't take up much of my day. And I usually do it 2 or 3 times a week, so it's not too constant. On Thursday, when my sister dropped my nephew off, she had to go downstairs because she forgot his diaper bag and left her purse and phone behind. I live on the 8th floor, so she was gone for around 5 minutes. When she left, her phone rang, and since it was our mum, I answered it to say hello. During the call, I see a notification pop up of someone liking a message my sister sent. It said, it's crazy how she can watch my son for me, but when it comes to hers, she doesn't care. I could never go to Jamaica to celebrate a man's birthday when I could be with my kids instead. Deadbeat mums are worse than dads. It shocked me so much, I screenshotted it. My boyfriend's birthday is next week, and we're going to Jamaica for a week. It's my son's time with his dad. When my sister came back upstairs, I acted normal. She said bye and left. Okay, I don't think she's a deadbeat mum because, OP anyway isn't a deadbeat mum, because like I've said, they're doing a 50-50 split with the mother, the father. Why is the father not being called a deadbeat dad? Because he has the children the exact same time as the mum, it's just at different times. OP's sister, on the other hand, I would say is more of a deadbeat mum. I guess she's got a job. I don't know. Anyway, OP's kids are in school now, so how can... It's not like she can take them out of school to just have them for the day, is it? No. It goes on to say, I thought about it a lot, and I got more annoyed. I thought about it a lot and I got more annoyed. Why should I be ashamed because I don't have to do it alone? How am I comparable to a deadbeat dad like her husband who hasn't seen his son in months with no contact? Here I am doing her a favour, saving her $2,000 a month. She doesn't have all to be insulted in a group chat with people I don't know. When she came to get my nephew, I confronted her. At first she denied it until I showed her the screenshot. Then she said, it's out of context, so I said to her, show me the full convo, then, and she refused. She said sorry, but didn't seem sorry at all. She just wanted to leave. I asked her to explain how I'm a deadbeat. Then she broke down in tears saying that she's a single mum since she receives no help and I'm barely a mum, so I don't understand how she feels. I told her that to leave, and she did. Once she left, I called her and told her I wasn't going to be watching my nephew anymore. I didn't want to tell her in person because I know she'd try to guilt trip me with even more tears. I get that she's a single mum, but her sister's literally doing her a favour because, especially on the months that she hasn't got her own kids, she could be out with her boyfriend on holiday, but no, she's with her nephew, your child. She sent me over 50 texts when I wouldn't answer her calls, begging me to answer, and that she's sorry and this wasn't supposed to happen and she regrets it. She said she needs me to watch him since his other grandma can't every day, and that if she gets fired she'll be out of a job again for months and won't be able to afford her bills. I didn't reply. Now my mum and cousins are all blowing up my phone telling me I'm huge drama and to change my mind and accept her apology. I feel used and disrespected, but also do feel a bit bad since she does need the childcare. Am I the drama? So I personally feel like she isn't the drama because, like I've said, she's taking time out of her day to look after her sister's child, so her nephew, and you've just been rude behind her back. And I guess she wasn't meant to see it, but she did. End of. She's seen it. You've been caught out. The sister's the drama in this. So I'm going to read the top comment. It says, not the drama. She's sorry she got caught, not sorry for what she said about you. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Exactly this. This wasn't supposed to happen. What exactly wasn't supposed to happen? You weren't supposed to find out what she really thought about you? The flying monkeys who are calling you drama can either look after her kid or they can all chip in for her childcare costs. By the way, you aren't the drama, she is, and so is your mum and the other poopy relatives. So the thing that wasn't supposed to happen was she wasn't supposed to get caught. just because. Okay, so in this scenario, the OP is not the drama. So friends, if you've enjoyed my video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I post on a Wednesday and a Saturday, and on the days in between there will be YouTube shorts going out. But then if you head over to my TikTok channel, which is Stride with Sam, there will be a video being posted daily. On there I'll be posting like Lego videos because I make a lot of Lego, but on YouTube I'll just stick mainly with my reactions and the Reddit posts because I find them so fun to do. Also, don't hesitate to leave your comment down below with your opinions on any of these stories I've read today, or if you just want to just give me ideas for different videos, I'm open to read them. I appreciate all the love and support you guys are giving me. Keep striding, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.